The older I get, the faster the years seem to disappear.
Candlesticks and battened hatches.
Yeah, there's so much stuff up here. Where'd you say it was? Far left.
Deck of cards and waterproof matches. We'll sail on through the storm. Come with me. We got all we need. No reason to be afraid. When the world's been raining, 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 cats and dogs. When the
Birthdays, Christmas mornings, random afternoons in the garden. Moments that at the time probably didn't feel that important. Just ordinary days. But watching them now, something about them just feels different. When you're young, time feels enormous, and a single afternoon can stretch on forever. Summer holidays feel endless, and even waiting for the weekend used to feel like it took forever to arrive. Back then, a year felt huge. It felt like a proper chunk of life, and when you watch those old clips back, you notice one thing. Everything feels slower. Not because people were moving slower, but because every little moment seemed to matter. Every leaf, every game, every small discovery. And when you're young, you don't really think about time. You just live inside it.
No, I don't know where the time goes, but I know it won't wait, so I pick up the pieces from the ground as I tell myself, you'll get used to this.
Maybe that's why those days felt so big. Because when everything's new, you notice everything. Your attention fills the moment completely, and when a moment has your full attention, it feels larger than it really is.
Someday we'll get used to this.
The days in these videos seem so slow, in a good way. You probably feel the same way. Like, you look back on when you were little and you just think, where have the years gone? Everything just seems to be going so much faster than it did back then. It's almost as if the older that you get, the faster the years seem to move. But yeah, I'm hungry. Let's go get some food. Somewhere along the way, life becomes more structured, more efficient. Emails to answer and calls to return, and before you know it, the day's already moving.
I can't pretend it's all okay as they lay you down today, and everyone says it's for the best that you found your peaceful place to rest, but this ain't won't go.
One task leads straight into the next. Morning becomes afternoon, afternoon becomes evening, and most of the time you barely stop long enough even to notice it happening.
Won't you please come back from your endless night and show me stars, the ones you saw in the middle of the day that is gone. All the fallen faces, they find them places to go, and they go.
A lot of life starts taking place on screens, phones and computers, notifications pulling your attention from one thing to the next. And the strange thing about that kind of life is that it's incredibly efficient, but it's also incredibly repetitive. Monday starts to feel like Tuesday, Tuesday feels like Wednesday, and weeks pass, months disappear, and before long, another year has quietly slipped past. Somewhere along the way, the days start blending together. You look up and realise an entire afternoon disappeared. Nothing was necessarily wrong with it. You were busy, you were productive, you were doing all the things you were supposed to be doing. But somehow the moments themselves feel smaller, less distinct, harder to remember. And when the moments blur together, time starts to feel like it's speeding up. And for a while I thought that was just part of getting older, that time does just start moving faster. But recently, something's made me start thinking about it a little differently. Children move through the world differently. They stop for things most of us walk straight past. A stick, a leaf, the way the wind moves through the trees. Things that seem small to us suddenly become incredibly interesting. And what's fascinating about that is how much time they're willing to spend on those tiny moments. Something as simple as a puddle can hold their attention for 10 minutes. A bug crawling through the grass can turn thing in the world for a while.
These days are yours, your hands are free. Where you gonna go, who you gonna be? It's your time, it's your parade. What you gonna do, what you gonna say?
Watching that happen makes you realise something. When you're young, almost everything is new. Every place you go, every object you pick up, every tiny detail in the world. And when everything is new, you notice everything. You take your time. Your attention fills the moment, and maybe that's why those days felt so big, because your attention made them big.
With all this freedom.
Maybe the years don't actually move faster as we get older. Maybe our days just start looking more similar. Maybe we stop noticing the small things that once filled our attention. Children notice everything, and sometimes they remind us how to notice again.
Just the silence says so much. If you can't trust your heart, who can you trust? Take your time, there is no rush. The world is a lover waiting for your touch. These days are yours, your hands are free. Where you gonna go, who you gonna be? It's your time, it's your parade. What you gonna do, what you gonna say?